Hello, welcome to Lowing Mag. It's Beth and Femi.
Hello.
And today, we just wanted to talk to you about questions you should ask before marriage because we were just thinking about it because we get so many, well, not so many, but we've had a couple of instances whereby our friends are saying, oh, we've got this issue in our marriage. And there were issues that we just thought, well, surely they should have been thought out before,
Yeah,
things
that's right.
like how many kids you should have in your marriage and stuff. Although it's not always possible, is it, to discuss those issues, and I'm not sure if it's absolutely essential. I'll tell you why I don't think it's essential.
Okay.
Only because in my situation, I didn't particularly discuss my intentions in regards marriage. I mean, having kids, because I didn't want any, and that might sound bad, and but I think it was just the culture and the way I've been brought up and everything that I just wasn't really into the whole baby stuff. But the reason I didn't tell my husband was because I knew I was marrying someone that would want children, and I just thought I should put my own personal wants behind me. So I thought, I'm going into this marriage, he wants kids, so I'm going to have a kid.
Yeah.
And we had the first kid, and I thought, fine, brilliant. And he sort of made it a thing where we would only have one. He did mention it. He did mention we'd only have one, and I set my heart, mind, and soul on having the one. And then when the one was about 4, he was like, let's have another one. And it was a lot harder for me to sort of process that whole having a second child thing. And even when the child was born, it was still very difficult for me to get to grips with it because I had mentally only set myself for having one. So it's probably a real vital question. Probably should have opened up at the time and said, look, I'm not really into this whole kid thing before we got married.
I think what I'm gonna say from my own perspective or view about it is ignorance. Many people don't think is important. It's very important before you go into marriage that you decide on a couple of various things that you need to do. What do we want to do about these, especially about children? I've seen friends, very close friends. Take for example, one of my friends, they've got a boy and a girl, and the wife said she still need another child. The wife is working, the guy is working, but the guy said, I don't want another child. We've got a boy and a girl. What do you want again? Then God forgive him. The child, the lady eventually conceived, expecting baby, and she had miscarriage.
Oh dear.
And the guy told me that, oh, thank God, when she said, oh, she had miscarriage. Oh, can you imagine? These things are very important. One of the important things in marriage is you need to sit down before you say, yes, I do. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do that? How many children are we going to have? If you are an educationist, do you want to go up to the level of having PhD or doctorate, or this is my level at the moment? No, I just want to stop at my master's. Those things are very, very important
But
in
I think
marriages.
it's easy for us to sit here and say, discuss it, but in a real life situation, someone's got to always back down. And I know of a couple in particular where one wants more and the other one doesn't. And it's not something they've really discussed before marriage for one reason or another, but both don't want to back down. Like I was able to back down, and I always think that at least someone has to back down. I think personally, from my personal point of view, it's easier to give children than to withhold it. Personally, I just think it's so selfish to say you're not going to let your partner have any children. I think that's personally selfish. So the one that doesn't want children should, just give it up. But in my situation, my friends have had a child, but he wants more and she doesn't. Blah 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 blah. So
I think what I will say is, sorry to cut you, what I'm gonna say, advise you singles, or if you are in courtship, please discuss this issue before you say I do. It's very important. Don't wait till you guys are in the marriage and start taking that decision. It's easier for us because, as my wives have said, that one will back down and one will not back down. I know there might be some unbelievers who are viewing this video at the moment. You guys have to sit down and plan how many children are you going to have in your marriage, so that you agree, you fight outside the before you actually go into marriage. Then once you agree, then your marriage will run smoothly.
Yeah, I think definitely talk about it and definitely try not to be selfish in it and try to come to some common agreement, because you don't want to stop the relationship just because of the issue with kids, but sort it out, come to some sort of amicable agreement. Do you know what I mean? I don't think like having babies are the only questions. There's things like, like quite intimate, like sexual preferences, what you like to do in bed and all that.
That's
and
right,
also
yeah.
things like just like, what sort of decor you like, how clean the other
Oh
person
yeah,
is.
that decor, man.
And I
That's
think
another
like
issue.
concerning decor, like men, just leave it to the women. Don't get involved, because men, you don't know how to decorate, and it's really annoying when you try to get involved. Just don't get involved.
Nah, I'm
in
not
it.
gonna agree with
No,
that.
don't get involved.
Punch of correction, there are some men that knows how to decorate. They've got taste, but if men give women their opinion, women should sleep on it and say, okay, is this something I want to do? Because at times in my heart, men are saying, oh yeah, everything I want to do in this house, but you men as well, leave the decoration to the women.
Absolutely, definitely.
That is their
even
office,
if her
that's their
decor-
area of
Yeah,
specialization.
even if her decor is crap, just leave it to her, because we don't want any like dodgy bronze African naked men on the wall that doesn't match with anything we've got.
Well,
And also just discuss everything, what do you like to do? How do you like to spend your free time? That is really important. Because if you're a person who likes to go out, like spending your free time means going out here, spending money there and doing this, that and the other. And the other person's idea of going out is spending time with family.
exactly.
One of them's going to get like, that's not, you're going to get a bit...
That's very important as well, because
is,
I've seen some couples who gone into argument. Oh yeah, I want to spend time with my family, and the husband is saying, but we've always been in the house. Let's go to my friend's house in there. But
some people people that I don't like me, I don't like going out to go to somebody else's house. That is totally boring. If I want to go out, I want to go out to an event. Like, let's go for a picnic, let's go to the cinema, let's go to the restaurant, let's go to the circus, let's go to the fair. I don't want to go out to sit in someone else's house. It's just, on occasion, if I'm going out to dinner, but I don't want to go there, especially, like, I don't speak Yoruba, so, like, most of the time I'm just sat there like that, so it's not really interesting.
Yeah, well, I will support you to some extent on that, but I still believe you guys go out and mix with each other, Christian families.
Yeah, of course.
Go and talk. Then
you
if you want
compromise.
to go out, yes.
We compromise, because
it's
in
about
the beginning,
understanding. Yeah.
every time we wanted to go out, he wanted to go to family's house, and I suppose we had to discuss it afterwards, and he had to realise that I like to go out to events, and he likes to go to people's house, so we mix and match. We don't just do one or the other. So those are things that you can talk about. But what I'll do is, we've got like a 44 questions that you should discuss before you get married.
Yeah.
It's an article on
It's
the
gonna be
Allure Mag.
helpful. It's gonna help
So
you.
I'm going to put the link at the bottom of this video, and I hope you help it. It's helpful to you. So if you like the video, please do like it, please do comment, please do subscribe, and visit allureMag.com forum.
Thank you.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.